Effects of Health-Related Physical Education on Academic Achievement, Project Spark, by James F. Salas, Thomas L. McKenzie, Bowden Collodi, Michael Lewis, Simon Marshall, and Paul Rosengard. Based out of Research Quarterly for Exercise and Sport by the American Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance, Volume 70, Number 2, pages 127 through 134. This article basically talks about the controversial issues in many school districts that are associated with that is associated with academic achievement and whether or not any type of physical education plays any part in it. The researchers here, they seem to have hypothesized that health-related physical education might have a favorable effect on academic performance and or achievement. So the purpose of the study was to provide encouraging findings about the effects of enhanced physical education on academic performance and to use standardized tests rather than teacher-assigned grades to assess academic achievement. So the study was conducted in a single school district that served mainly affluent suburban children in Southern California. They used 12 elementary schools, but they had an option for 12 elementary schools, but they only chose 7 to actually participate in the study itself. The enrollment for the schools as a whole were anywhere between 631 students and 1,081 students in grades kindergarten through fifth grade. The researchers broke the study down into 3 conditions, which included 2 control groups and 1 specialist group. So basically, in the control group, the teachers were involved and their responsibilities were to implement their usual physical education program, and in the specialist group they had like certified physical education specialists implement the sport, play, active, recreation for kids program, which is an acronym, which the acronym will be SPARK for that program. They hired 3 specialists to instruct the students, and this study was based off of 2 cohorts that were previously used for the same study that they were able to use as a baseline for the present study's analysis. So, just to give you a little history, a little background on Spark, it is a curriculum and a professional development program that is designed to promote physical activity both in and out of school. The physical education component of Spark was designed to promote high levels of physical activity that will improve health-related fitness, promote movement skills that add to success and enjoyment of physical activity classes. The way that the researchers were able to get their findings, they used the Metropolitan Achievement Test, or MAT, to measure academic achievement amongst the students involved in the study. Each individual student was part of a unit analysis, which meant that that a meaningful analytic adjustment was needed for school clusters since there were 7 sites, so they had to broaden everything out. The article also talked about that baseline, as previously mentioned about the article, using the baseline, if that baseline from the previous 2 cohorts, the researchers were able to notice that there was a decline in students' achievement scores from the 2nd grade to the 5th grade in the experimental condition or the specialist condition. and they also noticed with using their baseline data that there were no effects at all on the control condition. So, in essence, the primary finding in the study was that spending more time in physical education did not have a negative effect on standardized academic achievement test scores in elementary school students. However, that the intervention effect were not improvements in academic scores either. They found that there was a lack of consistency in effects to the specific scores that they analyzed, and they assumed that they could be related to the change in timing of the achievement test. So, in other words, there wasn't any convincing evidence that the specialist condition had any favorable effects on academic achievement. So, researchers do believe that the present study supports an alternative hypothesis that there are some unidentified factors associated with training teachers, and that could help physical education and lead to better academic performance. The study provided strong evidence that devoting substantially increased school-related time to health-related physical education does not have a detrimental effect on students' academic achievement, but it does reinforce previous findings in other research studies that spending more time in physical education won't and doesn't interfere with academic performance. So, as it pertains to this particular article and my present study for my applied project, I look at the fact that, having baseline data from previous research studies, and considering that I'm doing a research study on physical activity breaks, or using an Xbox study, that it can in some aspect enhance the level of physical activity, can enhance academic performance. Whether or not it actually improves academic achievement, there's a fine line between what academic achievement is considered to be, as well as what is academic performance. Many researchers, and myself included, have to really fine tune comb that fine line of what we deem academic achievement and academic performance. Is academic achievement considered perseverance, being able to push through, or on a test, or any type of academic paper that a teacher hands out? And is academic performance just based on grades? So, what is considered to be academic achievement and academic performance, and how can physical education and physical activity navigate or enhance, or does it have any effect on it at all? As researchers, we were going to have to continue to look into it, because I know for myself personally, as a coach, I feel that physical activity is an outlet for my players and my students, and as an outlet, it does in turn help those students perform better and both have academic success in the classroom. Again, I'm Tiffany McCollins, and this was the effects of health related physical, educational, academic achievement, Project Spark.